Oh, great. Ow! Ow!
Did I hear something? Maybe.
Here they come! That's gotta hurt.
Whoa! Where in Well, get those legs reattached once we carry you. It'll be right as rain. Please memorize the cascade. This is to inform me that Roses has been notified of your expiration due to one or more of the following circumstances: physical trauma, accidental encounter with fauna, severe physiological reaction to company and company adjacent products, destruction of company property. I care over Roses' Office of Human Resources has approved the dissolution of your intentionment contract in accordance with Roses company law. Your close living relatives will be rewarded the following: 1. Regulation size crate of Rizzo's brown Spectrum Brown to be delivered within 6 to 8 weeks of product launch. Please note that as a gesture of gratitude for your service, your shipping and delivering fees has been waived. Your work on behalf of Rizzo's geological survey team proved invaluable in the development and upcoming launch of Rizzo Spectrum Brown. Thank you for being a part of the Rizzo family. This is an automated response to this message has been disabled. Hey. Oh, there. There we go. We're in the caves. Oh, going up into the caves.
Everyone all right?
We're just gonna use our standard gun.
with that.
One thing I want to check here. Huh, okay. The cinematic kill camera is the only thing we can actually disable. We can't disable companion ability.
Ready, a nice warm-up. Nice one.
Okay. Regret to inform you that the atmospheric complex now belongs to Subway Underground. Under the the terms of our new intercorporate agreement, all Rizzo's employees remaining in the complex will be reviewed as corporate spies by Subway Underground. While you remain here, you will not be under Rizzo's protection, nor will you be paid for any continued work. Please report to Rizzo's property for processing. Failure to comply will result in termination either by Subway Underground or by Rizzo's inspectors. Please refrain from misusing company resources to continue to survive. Thank you.
I'm gonna nick a few towels. They won't notice. Hey, Captain. I'm just gonna stand here quietly and hope Miss Helen doesn't look straight at me. Mostly 'cause, honestly, I don't know what to make of her yet. Everything's so soft and silky and expensive. Oh gosh, I hope I don't get any grease stains on the furniture. Do you think it's strange that I kinda miss Ada?
I do love all the wall space. So much room for trophies.
Centrifuge. Great. You need a freaking respec just to make sure that we get our.
Sam's Special Inspector add-on includes a magnifying glass to sleuth out the germs and parasites that... other cleaning products leave behind.
I'm sorry, we're going to freaking respec again. Okay, we're to party selection to go into the unreliable. One of these days, I'm gonna get a respec that I'm like fully satisfied with. I might max out for spite, I don't know. I have to go for frickin' perks again because it resets every damn thing. I freaking hate that. I really think that there should be a way to respec, maybe even a separate cost for respecking perks and respecking stats, and respecking your companions. Those should be separate respecs, like with potentially a separate cost associated with them. Because the thing is, when you get to a high level, like you have lots of things that like require higher skill level checks, and you know sometimes you find, oh, I need a different balance every time, which is kind of stupid. Oh wait, no, we don't do that one because we don't have people with us. Ellie, please leave me alone. I'm already agitated enough as it is from just everything. You're, I love you. You're very cute, and I like. It feels like you're trying to cheer me up, or it should feel like you're trying to cheer me up, but you're doing the thing you do when you seem to be agitated. So, it's having the opposite effect. I'm sorry. Okay, for all of these being like unique abilities, I think this final one is always the same. Ellie, please. Now I need to get some more water. Excuse me. All right. Okay. Forget my agitation in general. Um, Another source of agitation that I've recently gotten is I watch the Philip DeFranco show. I do regularly, and they're talking about what's happening to people who are streaming. I guess the early access to Hogwarts Legacy, which is, I guess, another reason for me not to be happy that I did not pre-order the deluxe edition, because I would have gotten early access, and then I would have just. I mean, it wouldn't have been unwarned because I already predicted this would be a thing. But wow, like, I'm pretty sure like next to no one's watching this, but like, and part of me almost hopes that I'm not gonna get a lot of viewership for Hogwarts Legacy. Um, like, I do want to grow my channel, but if like over half the people tuning in are tuning in just to harass me for what I'm choosing to play and stream, like, come on, community, you should be better than this. Is like they're like there were like not too long ago there were hate raids, against trans and LGBTQ streamers, and now you're using those exact same tactics, the tactics of your enemy, the people who you should be trying to rally against, and this is not the way to be. This is not the way to do things. I just want to put it out there. This channel is no place for hate. And, there's a fair chance that I may have to just shut off chat entirely. I've already mentioned that. Like, chat will be available for people who want to use it, but I will not be seeing it. I will just it will be over there. Fortunately, because I'm playing on PS5, I may have access to some moderation tools. I may, for the very first time, actually have take steps to have chat windows up that I can interact with and just straight up kick and ban people. It's just going back and forth between moderating and actually playing the freaking game becomes too much trouble. I'm probably just going to take it out of the interface. I may have an alternate interface set up somehow that's going to allow me to just I don't know. It's so funny. We're traveling to the penthouse, which is another hub, and we select our party.
There's no room service, right? Just asking.
Good to see you, Inspector. What can I do for you?
Here's just something else I just thought of that Whimsy would want to say. I just wanted to tell you that well, in case you haven't heard, I'm not sure how many people have. I am actually from the Hope. I've been in hibernation for the past 70 years, so if you need someone to talk to, like a actual friend, I can kind of be that person because honestly, I had no idea who you were or how famous you are. Well, actually, I knew how famous you were the moment that but that's not really I'm in a unique position, is all I'm saying, compared to other people you might meet. She is looking. Okay, good talk. Calibrate the device, said Porter. Examine the centrifuge. You see a small label stuck against the side of the device. The label reads Rizzo's laboratory centrifuge. No training required. All Rizzo's laboratory equipment has been designed for the use by the unskilled worker. In certain ingredients, push buttons and watch it spin. Peel back the label. You see another smaller label under that one. It reads discontinued model. Spacer's choice proprietary technology. Calibrate the device and pour in your ingredients. This is a rudimentary device you used by unskilled workers, but you managed to make a few necessary adjustments. Centrifuge separates Sprite essence into its basic components. Aspected Sprite nucleon immediately reacts to the parasite eggs. Your anti-parasitic is complete. Your own special design on the formula guarantees a near total elimination of any parasites present in a host, improve their digestion, and sweeten their breath. Well done. Well, the level of detail problems are so bad. The freaking map. The map is actually like the worst part.
Their mistake. That's the last of them.
Damn it. Just ignore all the body parts. That's not actually happening. Hey. What's that? We're going this way. Free range fixer. If you prefer the articulate joints, the reinforced plating in purple berry pink and niner blue, Rose's cigars enjoy the most fashionable armors on all of Halcyon. These brave troops show their corporation pride, whether they're battling dissidents, guarding factories, or simply giving our workers a friendly pep talk. Raise a glass to the of living left to show your support for the corporate soldiers who protect us all. Purpleberry puzzle hedges. Purpleberry trees. Roses developed the purpleberry, an irresistible fruit, more sugar and less fiber than anything you'll find in nature. Okay. Yeah. There must be an invisible wall. Okay. The lockpick is low now, but whatever. I think hack is more useful for our purposes, and like we're not really like wanting for money. Like I really enjoy looting things, but hacking could lead us to information, which is like more important.
Greeting protocols suspended. All non-essential protocols suspended. Phaeton is standing by for larval compound dispersal.
Disperse the system.
Affirmative. Dispersing. Incoming message from Rizzo's distillation station.
What have you done? What in law's name have you done? You hijacked our atmosphere. Are you trying to kill us all? No. You're trying to kill my symbiotes. I'm not going to let you destroy everything I've built. I can still fix this. I can undo the damage you've done.
End of transmission.
Well, that's nice. Good luck. I mean, yeah, good luck. I mean that sarcastically, by the way.
Indeed. And that looks...
Ellie, please. Would you leave me alone for a while? Okay, if you insist. As long as you behave. You need to be on your best behavior for the stream.
just like my old one.
Okay, you just try to bite me. Really?
They're on us. No one
Never felt so damn. I want to be your friend.
We're shooting cure at them. And the side effect is them falling unconscious. And sometimes arms and legs will come off randomly. It's unfortunate, but Roddy, what are you T-posing for a second there?
Incoming!
Wanted to make you smile. Want to be your friend.
Wonder what they were storing down here. Were they getting ready for the launch of Spectrum Brown? This place really could use a decent engineer.
But my hacking skill is too friggin' low. Damn it. Time to respec again. Ow. They put gas masks on them.
Oh, that's a long fall. Don't look down, Cap.
Yeah. Sorry. Doesn't look so far. It's there's a short drop, and then we just have clouds of mist underneath it. Yeah. Everything we check out on the tank, but I'm not exactly sure if the liquid it's leaking is supposed to be glowing or not. I'll send this to corporate to see if we are working on a bioluminescent spectrum flavor or something.
I don't know what we're gonna find in there, but based on what we've seen so far, I'd say be ready for anything.
It's very clear. Interesting. Interesting. Now that I actually know what it is. Oh, Cassie.
Yes, I know you're hungry. Be patient. I'll feed you soon enough. Just a guest. The one I told you about. The inspector. Welcome. We were just talking about you.
There's someone behind you or something?
You and I are standing in the presence of royalty. Don't worry, you'll meet her soon enough. I know what you've done. Hijacked Phaeton. Contaminated the air we breathe with your poison. You think you've saved this colony? All you've done is robbed Halcyon of its last chance at
Keep
real
on using that
happiness.
word!
And you've angered my queen.
What exactly is going on here?
The queen of symbiotes, a creature of endless
You mean
compassion
symbiotes?
and unfathomable intelligence. The next sovereign of Halcyon. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to feed you to the queen, and then I'm going to find a way to repair the damage you've done. Don't be afraid. She can smell fear, and it makes her absolutely ravenous. Your Highness, dinner is served. Wait, no, not me. Damn! Merciful law! Stop!
Thanks! You stay me to trouble.
Here they come! Woo! We made it!
That was a little too easy, I think, but not that I can complain. Hey there.
You made it. I guess happy customers really are repeat customers. Here, I had something I wanted to give you. This is a golden ticket, good for one free tour of the Purpleberry Orchards. This is my way of showing you that I appreciate you just for being alive.
Thanks, Harwell. That's gonna go away eventually, right? I'm not sure how all this works. Huh. Oh, this is where we were before. Are we really still infected out here? Can we fast travel if we're like all the way over here?
You've done us a great service here, Inspector. You have my gratitude.
I must have dreamed up 100 different ways to kill Ludovico. I'll be honest, eaten alive by the Queen of the Brain Slugs wasn't on that list.
How are you feeling?
I imagine this moment would be a little more cathartic. But Belinda's still gone, and I don't feel all that different.
You know what you need? A nice cold bottle of Spectrum Brown. Give it time.
I can't go back to the way things were. I can't return to my old life because it was never my life to begin with. It was shared. Never mind, you don't need to listen to this. Thank you again for your help, Captain. I never would have made it this far without you.
Bye. Wish we could ask you to join our crew, but you know, whatever. Have to go home, you're drunk. And if you ever need a friend or just someone to talk to, I just take it for wave call away. Or whatever the heck they call those things.
Welcome back, Captain. Or shall I call you Inspector? What can I do for you?
Not the inspector anymore. I finished the Aaron Dotto's job.
During your absence, I passed the time by simulating a number of hypothetical conclusions to this case. Unfortunately, my understanding of the facts is limited, and my appraisal of the individuals involved is not flattering. Therefore, my conclusions are inaccurate.
It sounds like you missed me.
I have been awaiting closure for the details of your investigation. However, I have also been keenly aware of your absence. I have a growing library of information about you. Attitude, behavioral tendencies, dietary habits, sleep patterns. Cataloging human behavior is essential to maintaining my simulation protocols. Will you satisfy my curiosity subroutines and tell me who killed Halcyon Helen?
Well, first, she's kind of still alive? Half alive?
That seems impossible. Can you elaborate for me?
She's played by twins. You see where this is going?
Interesting. I did not account for the possibility of multiple identities in my simulations. This information is valuable to me. I will update my behavior simulation protocol accordingly. Thank you, Captain.
No problem.
How can I be of assistance?
Let me move for some
Certainly,
entertainment.
Captain. What would you like to hear?
Tell me a joke.
Why are obtuse angles so depressed? Because they are never right.
You play my favorite
Now
song.
playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice.
It's still not my favorite song, Ada. I keep on telling you.
Now playing a...
It's not.
My pleasure, Captain.
That's
As
enough
you
for
wish,
now.
Captain. I must comply with all direct orders.
Talk to you
May
later.
luck be with you. Of course, as I am sure you are aware, luck does not exist. But it seems...
And we can't actually deal with Clive. I have some metagame information that tells me we would not actually, although that actually seems like something that Whimsy would do. I wonder if that's like part of the end game, maybe? I had to imagine, because Although this is also unlocked, so interesting. Like, are we not as close to endgame as I think we are?
Destination reached. Scylla.
Faux windows.
I think I've figured out what you need.
Besides the smoke and some privacy?
Our crew's like a machine. All the parts got to work together or we'll shake ourselves to pieces.
I've never been good with metaphors, Parvati.
We need each other to work right. You need a team, and I need someone who'll be truthful with me. Even when it hurts.
The only thing I need is people staying the hell out of my business.
If that were true, you wouldn't be here.
You're acting real funny. You drop a wrench on your head or something?
Hey, outlaw. You know, you didn't have to shoot me down if you wanted an autograph. What was that?
Shut up, Cover me! I'm coming! Captain!
This one's mine!
Everyone all right?
Hey there.
Tremendous work, friend. Here I was readying a daring maneuver, and you've come and saved me the trouble.
Why does that sound familiar?
It's Ellie. Excellent timing. Hello, Ellie. What a pleasure it is to see your sparkling beauty in this barren waste.
It's Dr. Fenhill.
You two know each other?
I certainly know his ex-crew. Mostly from the operating table. I've probably seen more of them than he has.
How cruel you are. I distinctly remember a special party at the Lost Hope Bar on Groundbreaker where
We did not.
Oh, fine. But we almost...
Keep going, and you're gonna see how good this automech is at picking up teeth.
Symptoms detected. Elevated heart rate. Dilated pupils. Increased sweat production. Subject appears to be terrified.
I'm not terrified, you bucket of bolts. That's victory sweat.
Sure, buddy. What are they after?
Meds, I'm guessing. Pirates love bits, and unlabeled meds are worth a bundle.
You're not take it?
The one and only. Wait, who's asking? Wanda didn't send you, did she?
She did.
I swear, land on Groundbreaker even a moment tardy, and that busybody's already been up your ass an hour. You tell her these automechs are coming, and sending a hired stooge to rescue me from certain peril only furthers my delay. No offense.
Who's begging me? You're lucky you're alive.
Yes, well, I shan't. Give Wanda my chilliest regards. And farewell to you, dear Dr. Fenhill. I trust I'll see you next I find myself on the Groundbreaker.
You'd better hope not.
I'd shoot him, but they need the mechs, and I don't think I can deliver them myself. Anyway. Man, I could shoot him in a not vital area. He doesn't need to deliver mechs. With, I don't know.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Rizzo's Knock You Out Bar. A CCN 76 one-ton bar.
Looking for some Spacer's Chaw? It's recommended by 11 out of 10 Spacer's Choice medical professionals.
What are you saying, Martin? That's an Auntie Cleo's product.
My law, what have I done? The company will have my head. Both of them. This is awful. Help me, oh Lord!
Gotcha. What I wouldn't give to see the look on your face. This guy's real easy to fuck with.
What kind of depraved mind would conjure such a nightmare?
I tell you, isn't she great?
Agree to disagree. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to put this behind us and forget it ever happened.
See, we got betrayed. Not selling that, even though it's worth quite a bit. 哦 come on, no! Any buyback? Whatever. Two-hour energy brew.
Well, well, Dr. Fenhill. It's not often I see you on this side of sickbay.
I make it a point not to get shot, and when I do, I can usually take care of the mess myself.
It'd be nice to have you in here patching people up, not just blowing them apart.
I respect what you're doing here, but you know I'm not ready to settle down. It's not you, it's me.
Have it your way then. You always do. Now, about your friend here. Were I a gambling woman, I'd wager you're responsible for my mechanical safe return. I can't thank you enough.
Ellie, we gotta talk.
My second least favorite set of 4 words. Here we go.
You gotta stop treating me with kid gloves. I'm not gonna fall to pieces if you look at me sideways, and I'm not going away. It's fine if you don't like me, but we gotta find a way to work together. For the crew.
Never heard you sound this forceful. It's kind of refreshing.
That's interesting, the posters for Phineas. I mean, there's nothing like we really. Oh. Apparently the third one is just for show. That's kind of weird. This is the last quest. This is the end quest. So, Typhon and Hephaestus
I
are
am
just.
pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution. Please be advised that electrical storms
They can
on the
certainly
surface
try.
of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time.
You know anything useful about Tartarus?
Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows: 1,684. Resident escapes are as follows: 0. The interior can be chilly. Take a scarf with you, Captain. I would also ask that you leave your
Part of my
captain's
armor.
ID with me, in the event that you do not return.
Nice try, but not happening.
Understood. If you die or are incarcerated for life, I can generate a new ID for the next captain. I would prefer if you return, though. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed.
Just honestly, of all the places to get arrested.
UDL does appreciate the courtesy you've done us by delivering yourself here. As a show of our deepest gratitude, we will make your execution quite swift.
How do I know you're a real officer under the helmet? Show me your biometric ID.
All right. I'm feeling generous. I'm transmitting the ID of a productive, law-abiding employee so you can see what one looks like before you die. Anyway, Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Another ship just pulled into your dock. Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that. Just have a pleasant day.
Transmission terminated. Biometric ID received. Transferring data to external cartridge. How can I be of assistance?
Wait for some entertainment.
Captain, what would you like to hear?
One joke for the
What
road.
happened to the captain who kept pestering his ship computer? The life support was disabled. Ha, ha. Get it?
That's enough
As
for
you
now.
wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders.
Talk to you
See
later.
soon, Captain.
Love you.
I could probably spend years fixing this boat, stem to stern.
No unique dialogue for the whatever.
Please avoid damaging yourself or others while you are out.
I'll be damaging a lot of others, I have a feeling.
Nice one!
Huh. Oh, there it is. And we can stop our way for this.
The captain did right by us once. Now it's our turn. The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardats.
Oh, cool.
Keep your shoulders up.
That's freaking weird. Fun.
loneliest place in the whole system.
Nice of them to leave us a few options.
Okay. Don't mess with us.
An interesting way to recharge her, or potentially recharge her. This guy is just to.
Someone's here. Keep your sights out.
Apparently, it just. Whatever. It's a little weird, but.
Try that again.
No, right, vending machines. Lots and lots of vending machines. Unless I like, I can kind of get behind that mechanic a little bit. It's a bit janky at times, but like I do love myself a stealth kill build, so it is basically a kind of varied on
Nice one.
That was a bit loud.
Imagine being locked up in a place like this. Just the weight of all that stone and steel. Oh, it's making me sick.
Maybe very bit proof. Huh.
Get in there, troops. For Monarch. For Halcyon.
Is he a Iconoclast?
Time for a drink?
I wonder if like Sublight will. The Grandback is revering. So we have the deserters, which are probably other. We have a little bit of negative rep with the Iconoclast. Sublight probably not. Monarch Stellar Industries doesn't really exist anymore. The board is 100% repulsed. Basic choice is only off-put. Taste the freedom. Okay, that's still... Yeah, it's definitely wonky. When it decides to recharge. I guess it has to actually fail! And then reverse the failure to recharge, which is kind of stupid.
Careful.
Are you new here? I didn't think we were hiring more staff.
Are you talking while on shift?
Oh, no. Don't tell anyone, please.
Everyone gets one mistake. Don't do it again.
Thank you. Got a promotion coming. I can feel it.
Chairman Rockwell?
Well, look who it is. I'll be damned. I was prepping the studio for our announcement, and here you are as a bonus. I had heard you'd taken a mechanic under your wing. What's the matter, girl? Couldn't find actual employment?
The captain's treated me right. Better than any of you bored folk ever have. I'm exactly where I want to be.
Ah, and the wayward doctor. Are you about done with your escapades? We have faces that need lifting, after all.
These days, I'm more interested in breaking them. Wouldn't mind.
Can we
taking
just shoot him?
yours.
I just want
When
to
you
shoot
go
him.
off and get yourself shot. Try to avoid taking one to the face. I'll want it recognizable to show to my citizens.
Chairman Rockwell, I presume?
My word! You've correctly identified the most recognizable man in the colony. Remarkable. It's a wonder what Phineas saw in you. Then again, he's an insane person. Thankfully, he's our insane person now. A proper company man.
Well, please, better tie and cooperate.
Yes, he is an extraordinarily obstinate fellow, isn't he? Fine, he isn't working for us per se. Semantics, he'll come around. But that's between us. As far as my adoring citizens will know, we've turned a dangerous crackpot into a working-class man. It's a miracle.
A crackpot is saving the frozen colonists you gave up on.
Oh yes, go on, wake them up, add more mouths to feed. That'll solve our starvation problems. I don't know what half-baked plans that simpleton in a lab coat has been leading you through, but it's done. It's over. Let me ask you something, Captain. Have you at any point thought about not fucking up our entire society?
We're helping, which is more than you can say.
I'm making actual progress towards stabilization and recovery. You're just getting in the way.
You pretty keep running this downward spiral? I can fix this place.
If I and my people can ride it out in luxury and happiness, yes, I would. I don't know if you've noticed, Captain, but Halcyon's pretty much a lost cause.
If your resources and some of the folks on the Hope, we could do a lot.
I'll admit, there's no shortage of talent in the scientists and engineers there. Look, I'm not an unreasonable man. If you manage to storm the castle, as it were, and make it out of here with Phineas alive, I can't exactly afford more havoc than you've already caused. Fine. If you survive, you'll need someone to sell the rest of the board on your plan.
You're damn right you will, or otherwise I'm coming for you next. Although I kind of just want to shoot you here, but well. Always kill him later. Oh wait, oh, sorry. My friend the poe identification is a little wonky right now.
Really doing this, huh? Hope you're right about this, Captain.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life. You've been working with Dr. Wells from the beginning. When we moved to arrest him, he was prepared. I lost good soldiers in the attempt. You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty.
I'm talking to you, pay you by the word.
Typical. Running your mouth in the middle of a crisis. It's almost as if you delight in chaos. My reports described you as one of Halcyon's sharpest minds. I can't imagine why you'd do something so irrational. I should have dealt with you a long time ago. You were always too dangerous to leave unchecked.
For too long, I got a colony to save.
Leaving you alive was my greatest mistake, but it is a mistake I intend to correct. I have Dr. Wells in my custody. Once I've secured his cooperation, I can move forward with the program. I can repair the damage you've done. I can set things right.
Can we talk about this?
Fair enough. I'm giving you exactly one chance to parlay with me.
Can I do Percent 150? Like, it seems to indicate that I'm doing Percent 150, but... You don't want to die on Tartarus, I'll give you exactly one chance to walk away.
Interesting that you think I'm going to die here. I believe I'm more than capable of taking you on.
Never stopped me so far. What makes you think you will?
Fair point. I don't know how you've managed to defy the odds. By every reasonable estimate, you should be dead. Yet here you stand. I've devoted my entire life to protecting Halcyon. I'm not afraid to die in the line of duty.
The board's not worth dying for.
There isn't much of a board left, thanks to you. You've thrown this system into disarray. Cleaning up your mess will be the work of a lifetime. You were always an unknown variable. I tried to recruit you, but you threw your lot in with that madman, Phineas Wells.
Dr. Wells and I are both scientists. We believe Feisty can still be saved.
I'm aware of Dr. Wells' plan. Revive some brilliant scientists and engineers from the Hope and work with them to save the colony. He's already revived you, after all. 50 or 60 years ago, I might have agreed with you. But we've passed the point of no return. The best scientists in Halcyon can't save us now.
It'd take a miracle to save Halcyon, but we can do it if we work together.
I appreciate your confidence, Captain. But so long as you're allied with Dr. Wells, we can never work together. I haven't given up on the program yet. You've caused some complications, but I can improvise. I can fix this. I haven't lost control of the labyrinth yet. Our security system is still operational. I can still put a stop to you.
Great, we can lie and hack. I destroyed your experiments in the ministry. Your plan's never gonna work.
Yes, I'm quite aware of your brazen act of corporate vandalism. By the way, those test subjects you killed, they died in agony. My scientists
For like
assure
15
me they can
seconds.
recover the data you've destroyed. You've succeeded in temporarily delaying our research. Nothing more.
Scientists are lying to you. The research is critically flawed.
That isn't true. It can't be. You're trying to manipulate me. That experiment was absolutely essential to the program. My scientists assured me they were close to a breakthrough. They gave me their word.
Yeah, I'm right. You can see it in your eyes.
Damn you. You are telling the truth. My scientists have been lying to me, and I was stupid enough to trust them at their word. We're going to have to start all over again. All that research, all those experiments, you've set us back decades. I don't see any reason to continue arguing with you. I know when I'm beaten. The only thing left to do is surrender with dignity. Congratulations, Captain. You've outplayed me. I accept your terms and will return Dr. Wells to your care.
Perfectly. Thank you. I'm glad we could settle this about balance.
I just hope you've made the right decision. The fate of the colony is in your hands now. I bid you farewell, Captain.
Oh. It's a really tall console. Okay. Well, that is actually a well done talkie thing. Although we still have a bunch of bogeys. Potentially. Or hostiles, whatever you want to call them. They might be outside.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You must have said something to get under Akande's skin. She's gone, and I don't think she's coming back. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough.
Are you alright? What did they do to you?
I'm all right, thanks to you. Akande wanted my cooperation. I'm quite sure she would have beaten it out of me if you hadn't arrived. You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
Right, that's about to pop up with some drinks and celebrate.
I would like nothing more than to celebrate this victory, but we have a serious problem on our hands. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
They haven't exactly been hands-on around here anyway. So there's one less rubber stamp to worry about.
Earth is humanity's home planet, Miss Fenhill. The psychological effects of losing our original home will be devastating.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only home we have left. Returning to Earth is no longer an option. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
We have a lot of work ahead of us. We best get started.
Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us?
You count on me, I'll help you revive the other colonists.
I can't tell you how glad I am to hear that. When I revived you, I thought we were going to save this colony all by ourselves. But I was wrong. We can't save Halcyon on our own. We're all going to have to pull together, somehow. We are not a colony anymore. Our last connection to Earth has been severed. I don't know if we'll survive, but we're going to have to try our best.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. As the colony struggled to survive, the inspirational story of the iconoclasts spread like wildfire, and Graham was able to bring many of the smaller Terra 2 townships into the fold. However, his zealous obsession with spreading the word blinded him to the needs of a growing organization, and the movement was unsustainable at scale. The iconoclast way seemed to work best, and ultimately petered out on Monarch. Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took Sublight Salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever. Time would tell if her replacement could keep the Sublight family together. The collapse of Edgewater left its workers bereft of any purpose in life. Most of them made their way to Adelaide McDevitt's camp, hoping to ingratiate themselves into her favor. Adelaide accepted only a few to her community. The rest were turned away and likely died of starvation. Nevertheless, Adelaide's camp grew into a well-established town.
A few is like...
McDevitt refused to cooperate with the ongoing effort to save Halcyon from collapse. A sympathetic deserter stole a copy of her research and delivered it to the Hope's scientists. It is unclear how useful Adelaide's research was. An optimistic estimate suggests her work may have bought Halcyon another few years of survival. Adelaide would never know. She died that winter. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Even the Gorgon asteroid, though a distant enigma to most of Halcyon, felt the aftershocks of your actions. Olivia and Minnie Ambrose worked together to cure the marauders Adrena Time had created. Through their partnership as scientist and administrator, they discovered the harmony that had eluded them as mother and daughter. And through years of patience and effort, they discovered the means to wean Halcyon from the scourge of Adrena Time. In spite of everything, the Gorgon asteroid remained a sobering reminder of the potential for progress and disaster in humanity's most ambitious efforts. The Rizzo's company in Halcyon dissolved after the collapse of the board. Needless to say, the launch of Spectrum Brown was indefinitely delayed. A stockpile of Spectrum Brown remains buried deep beneath the ruins of the old distillery, abandoned to time and attrition. With the dissolution of the board, Ruth Bellamy found herself without the two constants in her life: Byzantine culture and her sister Belinda. In the face of this new reality, she struggled to find a direction for her life. The colony had moved on from Halcyon Helen and would require new heroes in the years to come. And so Ruth Bellamy decided it was time to exit stage left. She quietly disappeared from public view. The dissolution of the board did
and joined
not
our crew.
mean the dissolution of the ambitions of Cedric Kincannon, the charismatic leader of Sublight Underground. Cedric offered Slug's transportation services to the newly thawed colonists and set to work ferrying resources and food wherever they were most needed. For better or worse, Slug headgear became fashionable in the following years. As the board began to disintegrate, Spencer Woolrich found himself at a crossroads. Cling to what little stardom remained to him, or help usher Halcyon into its new future. To the surprise of many, perhaps himself most of all, Spencer chose the latter option. Having learned a variety of different skills in the many different roles played throughout his lengthy career, Spencer founded a radio serial dedicated to staying alive despite the odds. His subjects included how to survive violent encounters with only grazing wounds, dispense pithy one-liners for tense scenarios, and, of course, how to look good doing both. After a brief attempt at dating Helen as one person rather than two, which both Bertie and Helen found too strange, Bertie struck out on his own to try his hand at raising woolly cows. Many of his former Rangers teammates soon followed, accompanied by the woolly cow the team had originally plied with alcohol. The dairy farm thrived under Bertie's leadership and care. The Dairy Rangers privately believed that the woolly cows softened Bertie's temper considerably, although the only one brave enough to say this to his face was promptly headbutted. Due to the board's dissolution, many of the Prophet's old customers no longer found quite the same value in productivity seminars that they once had. With her business drying up, the Prophet chose to take her followers down a new path. Months later, salvagers on Eridanos found clues leading them to a seemingly abandoned bunker out in the wilderness. Inside, they discovered horribly mangled corpses, sacrificed to a blood-scrawled portrait of a sprat-headed deity. The Prophet was not among the bodies. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name. And in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. It was widely suspected that Sophia Akande was the true power behind Chairman Rockwell. However, after the riots on Tartarus, she was never again seen in the colony. Various theories circulated as to her fate. Some believed she boarded an interstellar ship capable of journeying to a distant colony. Others believe she died trying to escape Tartarus. Some few suggest she fled to Monarch, where she continued to live among a small band of loyalists. There is another theory, which suggests that Sophia's encounter with you changed her, and she deliberately retreated from public view, but continued supporting the colony in secret. When Dr. Wells began reviving the Hope's colonists, he found himself with a sudden windfall of additional supplies and resources, courtesy of an anonymous donor. If Wells knew who his supplier was, he never told a soul. Chairman Rockwell served as the public face for the changes in Halcyon to come. Whenever you needed strings pulled or a voice to sell a policy change, Rockwell was only too happy to oblige. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. Though he was always haunted by the failures of his past, he was determined to make things right by building toward the future. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these...
Neither did Whimsy.
The revival project was hard and painful work, but in the end, despite limited resources, over half the Hope's colonists were successfully revived. Even after Wells passed away, the Hope scientists and engineers worked night and day to pull Halcyon from the brink of collapse. Their efforts continue to this day, which may be reason enough for optimism. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Life will never be the same in Halcyon. It is widely agreed that the colony has a chance of stabilizing within a generation, owing to the hard work and determination of the surviving colonists. Recovery is a distant goal, and the path is long and uncertain. But the people of Halcyon carry on, determined as ever. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Okay. Okay, so with all that said, I'm probably going to say that we probably, as far as the polyamorous relationship is concerned, I'm probably just going to write that off as kind of a loss. Like, not like a total loss, but more like the BFF thing worked out. It was possible we did end up settling down with Serana on I don't know. on the Groundbreaker. Like making up at least part of the base of operations. City and University. Lifetime supply of salt. Of course, Ashley Birch gets top billing, as she should. Huh, there is an E in her name. I've seen it spelled with and without an E, so... So as for what's next, tomorrow I might potentially do a Ring Fit Adventure stream or try out Ring Fit Adventures myself on my own. Not even sure that there's that much advantage to streaming Ring Fit Adventures, to be honest. I know it's an incredibly popular game to stream anyway. Also, I have to like completely rethink my streaming setup if I wanted to stream it, because I will say that it's kind of a shame that we had to like basically I mean, I don't know, it's a mixed bag. I mean, it's great that like integrating Serana into the equation as Whimsy's wife really worked out incredibly, because it did add this added element of you know, inspiration for siding with Wales, even though like we couldn't really you know, I kind of wish there were more options that could, you know, really express that in the game. That like we have someone, you know, had anyone, a friend, a colleague, somebody we care about on the Hope. Like, that would have been a nice option to have in terms of, like, just role-playing in general. But I think, this, I feel, is one of the truest role-playing games I've played in quite some time. Like, there's definitely a lot to argue with regard to, like, what constitutes an actual role-playing game, but I do feel that, this game goes out of its way to kind of really make it feel like a true role-playing game where you're truly playing a role. There's a few slip-ups here and there. I think Peril and Gorgon, the final conversation for that, feels a little too much like it requires a particular build. The final conversation of the game proper felt like a proper, like, multiple routes, multiple ways to handle things, like, route, and that's just kind of like, that's great. I do feel that with comparing Gorgon to the murder on whatever it's called, I feel like the conclusion to, like, the choice at the end of Gorgon is it was a kind of a better one. At least, like, they have, like, this ideal ending, even if it is, like, a little too difficult to arrive at. Like, I don't really mind that you have to, like, fight your way through both. Like, that's actually good, having to fight your way through both levels, like, potential end levels, in order to I just feel like that the like I said, the test at the end requires you to crank up your persuade a little too much. Yeah, a murder on Eridanos. I do like the fact that, like, basically the murder case is effectively, well, it has some mixed feelings, but it is effectively Clue. It is just like, okay, probably not this person, probably not this person, probably not this person, probably not this person. Okay, well, the only option that remains is this guy, so let's, like, it's, I mean, I think if there's any evidence that we could have found to actually properly implicate the what's his face? I'm bad with names. It just completely, I missed it. So I was kind of taking a shot in the dark, but it did boil down to the process of elimination. That's fine, I guess. I would say that here's just an interesting question, that it kind of occurred to me, since I don't have chat, so I can just do my own Q&A here. If I were to headcanon in a marriage candidate or even just a relationship candidate from besides that exists in the game proper, because Serana does not. I don't know. Pravati kind of would still be if we were to just eject Serana because she doesn't actually exist in the game proper, I would probably just have her settle down with Pravati and Junlei as just sort of a freeway marriage of sorts. That's just straight up the only other option I can think of would be Halcyon Helen / Roof, but I think they work better as just Whimsy being a friend to her and helping her through things. Also, I just imagine that she's actually straight. So yeah, that's kind of all. So I might decide to do a public stream of a stream, all my streams are public, of Ring Fit Adventures. If not that, I will definitely be doing Hogwarts Legacy on Friday, and hope but I don't get hate rated. I'm not sure how I'm gonna deal with that if that happens. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna try to do a disclaimer at the beginning of each stream, basically renouncing J.K. Rowling and her transphobic views. Unfortunately, not everyone tuning in the middle of it is going to see that. I'm definitely going to be promoting LGBTQIA+ pride with the interface and with the presentation, and just with myself being bigender / non-binary. I'm half tempted to try and do something to make myself look more androgynous, but that's just not how I present myself in general, and it would just be kind of I mean, I'm considering growing my hair out, but like that's gonna take time. Like I'm thinking of going for a Matt Mercer hairdo, or at least trying to attempt that. Because I haven't really changed my hairdo since high school, which is over 20 years ago. So I spent 20 years with the same hairdo, and I think I'm kind of overdue to try something a bit different. Anyway, but I do think like I'm probably just gonna like tell them off and be like, basically what I'm saying, like you know this is effectively a hate raid. You know, like you're using the same tactics that you know you're basically sinking to the same level as the people you claim to be against. So yeah, it's possible like that things will be somewhat calmed down by the time the game officially comes out. Yeah, another reason, like there's two reasons I'm glad that I have not pre-ordered the deluxe edition. One is that, you know, that's $10 more that's gonna potentially be going to royalties. There's, I guess, a few reasons. One is that, you know, it's just kind of corporate greed. Another reason is that I don't really care about most of the digital stuff. Excuse me, the digital stuff that comes with it. It's like dark arts, which just feels like, wow, like you're just you're just like really embracing the fact that this is an evil business practice. But also like the 3 days early access, which I'm not even sure how that works for a pre-order, would mean I would be like streaming this in the middle of, you know, the shitstorm that's happening right now. I'd really rather not. I guess I'm trying to prepare myself mentally, at least for what's to come. So anyway, so as always, there's a bunch of things you can do. That'll take a few seconds every time with other things that are just a bit more involved. But of course, that's all entirely up to you. And as always, I thank you so very, very much for watching. And until next time, sayonara.